Hello, it's Wilko Courts. Welcome back as we count down into 2026. We're getting so very, very close. Wrapping up 2025. Courts and I wanted to bring you 4 episodes of a series we're calling This Is the Moment. This is the moment. You still don't know that song, do you?
I still don't know that song.
Okay. We're doing the moments. We've already done 2, right? So the first one, we talked about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce getting hitched and everything around Tay-Tay in 2025. It was a big year for the Swifties. Then we talked about the Coldplay Kiss Cam, the scandal that was, and Kristen Cabot had only recently spoken out only some days ago. And now Courts has got her final moment for 2025 before I get to mine.
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, God, I'm so glad I didn't pick her. I was so close. I'm so close. Okay, great.
What a year for Sids. I mean, she has been through it and it's continuing. It's like the Coldplay one where it's close to the end of December and it is still going in the media. So Sydney Sweeney, she's one of those actresses to me where I'm like, I could not place where I have watched her in something, but I've seen her face everywhere. I didn't like Euphoria. I only gave it one episode crack. But I didn't.
It's so good.
I know. But didn't you feel like you were watching this generation's Skins?
Yeah, no, I do get that. But you know that I'm eternally trying to keep my youth up. And the way that I do that is by gobbling younger pop culture. Now, don't get me wrong. Euphoria has nothing on Skins. Skins, if you don't know, really it's the British version, the original, the best.
And it's from the 2000s, so it's real dirty.
It's so dirty. It's gritty.
Love it.
You know what I mean? Like when people talk about Euphoria being gritty, you're like, no, that's pretty. This was like true grit.
Yeah. And the Poms, like, they know how to make TV shows. Like, they, don't fuck with the Poms. They're making the best TV shows.
And this is really where Courts fell in love with Nicholas Hoult, by the way. Like, we all were like, wow, he's so cute in About a Boy. But, like, Courts was
Skins.
I'm going to date him.
I was pretty sure we were going to somehow, meet and fall in love. And I don't know how that was ever going to happen.
Because you would have been around the same age,
I was
right?
Sure. We are around the same age. It would have been perfect, mate. Like, it was ripe. I just was in the wrong place. But Sydney Sweeney, I'm looking at what she's been in. Apparently she was in Handmaid's Tale. I don't remember her in that, and I gobbled that up. And she was in Sharp Objects, which I remember. But she's mostly famous for Euphoria. Mm-hmm. And then she was also in The White Lotus, the first season. She was the daughter's bestie that came on holiday, wasn't she?
Or was she the daughter?
No, I don't think she was the daughter. I think she was the daughter's friend that came with them.
She was definitely evil. She was
definitely
an evil teenager. Like both of them together were they were toxic to everyone else as a couple, like a couple of friends, and then they were toxic to each other. It was a lot to watch.
Yes. Oh, no, you might be right. I think she was the daughter. You might be right because she's got the same last name in the thing. My bad. And then, of course, now she's doing the rounds for her new movie with Amanda Seyfried, The Handmaid, which is a adaptation of a book, which I'm like halfway through. So I'm like trying to avoid all of the trailers for it right now.
You know what? It's not getting a lot of press. So I'm not sure. No. I saw a couple of little things and I was like, wow, it really does. Because we're so used to like press being like, whoa, is this movie even out yet? And then you find out the movie still doesn't come out for another 2 months. And you're like, why? Yeah. I'm seeing so, like, that Superman press for this year, fuck me. Superman and Wicked need to die a slow death because there is so much social content.
I can hand on heart say that I've not seen anything for Superman. Like, not a thing.
Well, that checks out for me. Look, David Cornsweet.
Hand on heart. David, what is it? David
Cornsweet. There's just something about him, and obviously he's been in some Ryan Murphy stuff, so obviously I had a connection with Cornsweet before he became Superman. So I knew him before he was big, guys. And I was very interested in to see. Look, Superman was fine. It was whatever. But obviously because I stopped to watch too many things with James Gunn in them, I got everything for Superman. everything.
Well, I'm surprised I didn't get more because Nicholas Hoult is in it. And I stopped
shocking.
for him.
Well, actually, I sent you a lot of pictures of Nicky Hoult looking absolutely fucking fire at fashion things.
Because he did his blonde hair.
Yes.
Oh, talk about better as a blonde. So the other thing Sydney Sweeney did was that the one that she shot here in Australia with, what's his face?
Anything But You.
That one. No, I didn't watch it, but that was hot topic because of course everyone was like, "Are they together? But isn't she engaged?" And
well, she was at the time. She was at the time, and I think he had maybe a girlfriend at the time or someone that he was seeing. What's his name? Glenn Powell. Geez, they really made Glenn Powell a thing, didn't they? They really made him a thing. They just forced him upon us, and he's a thing. I have nothing against him. He's fine.
I will say though, I feel like they forced Sydney Sweeney upon us too.
They did.
Like she feels like you have to know who this woman is. We won't give you a choice because like I don't remember any of her shows and I've seen a bunch of them, but I know her as a person and I know that she had some big controversy in 2025 and it was all about jeans, not her work. So there was a huge controversy when in July 2025, American Eagle Outfitters launched a major denim campaign featuring Sweeney and the slogan was, Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. And that is with the J, of course, Jeans, because it's a jean company.
Yep.
So instead of Genes,
jeans,
of
not
course,
jeans.
which is your jeans, not jeans. Yeah. So here's the reason why it caused controversy. Some social media's users, commentators, and a handful of academics argued that the ad unintentionally evoked eugenics adjacent language and racial preference themes because it paired the wordplay on jeans with an imagery of blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman, traits historically linked to white supremacist ideology. Opponents said the messaging felt tone deaf or exclusionary, especially in cultural climate sensitive to representation and words tied to genetic desirability. So here's my question, and this is a genuine question.
Yep.
If a person of color was chosen for the role and they said, insert that person's name, has great genes, would anyone have given a fuck?
No, because the difference is because it would be lifting up a previously downtrodden collection of people versus somebody who has been lifted up from the start.
Yes.
So
now there's no doubt about it. Like it's a bit like they probably could have seen this coming. Like I think American Eagle could have seen it coming.
If you pay all these people, these marketing people, these strategists to like go, how are people going to react to things? This is not like you and I creating a promo for the podcast. You know what I mean? Like this is not that level. Like they really have a lot of money to really delve into these things. Ultimately, I think it's a tone deaf mistake. I think it's something where they've made a mistake. I don't think, and it disappeared pretty quickly, and so it should. When it happened, I'm a white person, so I'm looking at this going, wait, before I read what the scandal was, I was like, okay, so she's in jeans and she has great genes. And I was like, well, she does because she's beautiful. But it would be the same if it was a person of color who was also beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, to me, someone who is aesthetically beautiful, it doesn't relate back to the color of their skin. You know what I mean? Like their race.
It doesn't relate to their skin, but it is their gene pool has made them.
Yeah, that's true.
What they look like on a technicality, but like.
So when you look at the gene aspect of it, you could see how people would be like, so basically you're saying to the world, this is the genes that are perfect and everything else isn't perfect. And she has blonde hair, blue eyes, you know, a beautiful skin. So I could see that part of it. I just think sometimes maybe we reach a little bit too far for things that are just clearly a mistake. and things that are like,
I don't think everything needs to be like a debate. I don't think everything needs to be a cause. Not everything needs to be a cause to talk about a different cause. Because in this case, she just is an attractive person and they were doing wordplay.
Yes. I think we wouldn't have this problem with small things like these that I think is clearly just a mistake and something that's just been overlooked. I don't think we would have this problem if we didn't have as much racism as we do and division that we do and people who, like, there's fucking Nazis in Australia now. I say now as if, like, they haven't always been here, but, like, they're, like, marching proudly down the streets. You know, like, that's the world that we're living in. So I understand that there are factions of people that have to speak up about everything, because if they don't, then the other things still get loud. But I understand your point. The problem is when you scream about everything, then it just becomes white noise. So I think,
and that's where I think I'm at with like the screaming about everything. Like, I think I'm at a point where I'm like, this is white noise now, guys. Like, you're screaming about so much that no one knows what we're meant to scream about anymore. Yeah. And then now we've just got Nazis out there having their protest, like well, not protests, but they're like marches or whatever.
And what happens with the screaming is that, like, and this is what I really got mad about the plebiscite here in Australia and gay marriage, was that certain people, and I understand that you have to make noise and you have to push for equality in every sense of the word. But I think sometimes when a message goes on too long, people get bored by the message. And because as humans, we only have a very short attention span, getting shorter by the second thanks to TikTok.
By the second,
and,
yes.
And also, what also happens too is that people who are so sick of hearing the message might have been neutral, but then get pushed to be against it because they're so sick of hearing the message. And then we actually start funneling people into becoming Nazis and becoming bigots and misogynists and just general racists. So, yeah, but the thing is, people are mad. People have so much anger, and social media, for all of its benefits, has so many negatives in the way that it gives everybody a platform to collectively make noise and complain. And people, if you don't know, even before social media, people love to fucking complain. My pop before social media would do it on the corner where he'd water his grass, and he had a little sign called Have a Chat Corner. Literally had a sign there made for it. And that's basically where people would walk around with their dogs or whatever, or just be walking to and from the shops or the train station, and they'd stop and they'd talk to Pop. And I guarantee you 90% of those conversations were bitching. They were just bitching about things. So what is human nature has been taken into the digital era, and now everyone's bitching about everything, including this, which I don't think was deliberate. I don't think the people who make the jeans, the jeans that you put on your clothes, I don't think they're Nazis.
No, I don't think they are either, but I'm also not going to say they're not, because you know what? Like, someone somewhere has found an article that confirms to them that they are. That's the other thing as well. Like, so Sydney Sweeney, she gets absolutely roasted for this online, even though, by the way, she didn't write the campaign. There's a writer for that. She got on screen, she put some jeans on, she said, I don't even know if she said anything on the thing, but she just stood there looking hot as hell in a pair of jeans. She didn't write it. She didn't write Sydney Sweeney has good jeans. Someone on a marketing team somewhere did, but she cops the flack for it, of course, because she's the face, and that's okay. She got paid lots of money to do it, so she probably knows that comes with the territory of her work. So anyway, people get mad, and then they start connecting her to being a Donald Trump supporter. Now, I don't know if she's ever come out as a Donald Trump supporter, but she has come out as that side. What's that? Republican.
Yeah.
Republican. So she is like a Republican, so people are mad about that.
Yeah.
So then they tip that scale that way. So she then stays quiet. And this is another thing that pisses me off. if you stay quiet on your social media, it doesn't even matter if you're like a nobody like me or if you're a huge star. If you stay quiet, people will be mad about that because they go, you should be talking about this or you should be speaking up about this, whatever the cause is, whatever the topic is. But some people, like me, don't feel educated enough to give an opinion and maybe are just doing their own research quietly in the background and forming their opinions or keeping it to themselves or figuring out where they stand on a topic and not verbalizing it. And also, the internet is forever. So if you verbalize something and in the future you change your mind, someone will fuck you up for that. Like if Sydney Sweeney went on her ex Twitter 10 years ago and wrote, I love Donald Trump, MAGA, 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 MAGA. And then like over the next 10 years, she changes her mind. She swings more Democratic. She decides she's more blue than red. And then she comes out at the next election and she puts on her ex, I love the color blue, Democrat, love, elephant, is it? And then like she's all team that one, right?
Yep.
People will go and dig up the old tweet and be like, but you said this. And it's like, yes, she did, but she changed her mind and she became a freer thinker and decided that she wanted to lean left instead of right. Like it does. You can't say shit on the internet without people drudging your name through the mud. So she stayed quiet. However.
But also in the culture now, you also can't change your mind, which I think is ridiculous. It's because it makes no sense because let's say you're left or right, and you get someone to swing your way, then shouldn't you be happy? Like
yes, exactly. Like you should be glad. Like that someone else came to your team.
Divided that people can't be, like you've got half the people will be angry at you no matter what you choose. So, and that's where we're at. You can't just respect. See, I can respect people who want to be Republican. I can't respect people who are, I don't mind if you're conservative. If you want to be conservative and you want to have conservative values, that's your choice. That's your choice in the world. What I can't stand by is people who have open hate speech and then they hide behind it being, oh, it's just my opinion. No. There's difference between your free speech and hate speech. They're two different fucking things. Yes. And I think as a world, we've gotten very, very confused as to what's what. Because people just go, because no one has a filter anymore. No one has a filter because they go, I can be unfiltered and it's so good to be unfiltered. No, put the filter back in. Because if everyone removes their filter, we're all going to kill each other. So stop it.
Yeah.
Like that's why we're putting filters in place. The Sydney Sweeney stuff about this particular subject is crazy. But I also feel like this speaks to we build people up and we want to tear them down. So Sydney Sweeney got built up and then she did this Gene campaign. She also did that thing with the soap, which people got mad about. Because she did that thing in the bath. I wanted to buy that soap even before she was like spruiking it.
Really?
And
why? What's so good about this soap?
It's got a great smell about it. A friend of mine had it and I was like, oh, that smells it's like perfect man smell. And you know, I love the smell of man.
You do love the smell of man.
She also had a terrible movie with the spiderweb one, which was really bad. She was in that superhero.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
She was in the superhero movie. Dakota Johnson was in that, and that was also terrible. So there was a few things that went against her, and then society just wanted to bring her down. And let's not forget that I feel like it was only like a month ago that you and I were sending messages to each other going, is she with Scooter Braun now?
Oh, yeah. And the photos were so weird. They were clearly set up in the park. And it's like, is she trying to cause more controversy or change the direction of the controversy surrounding her? Because Scooter Braun is kind of known in Hollywood as being a bit of a skis, bit of a slime
and
ball.
Also that stuff. He is never going to recover. He's rich, so he's fine. But in the public sphere, all the stuff with Taylor Swift, that's ruined him. That's ruined him for a generation. His generation, this generation, they're not going to be like, yo, Scooter. Because I don't think he's good with Justin now anymore either. Because
no,
even
I
Justin's
think Justin
like,
turned off him as well.
let's get away from this guy because this guy has made a lot of bad decisions. So Sydney Sweeney, I think for 2025, she was built up in the years prior. And then like society, like we do, we build them up and then we want to tear them down. And it doesn't matter how little the reason is or how innocuous it might be. Like it might be nothing. Like I think this jeans thing was like a thing that was built up into something, and I can see people's point, but I also don't think it needed to be blown up the way it was. But I think people just wanted to tear her down because she's a pretty blonde girl.
Yeah, and you're probably right. Yeah, and she's got huge norks, and people are mad that theirs are not that big.
Right.
And so
you
they're
specifically,
just,
or
she's like a bit. Share them around. Mine deflated. They got all sucked dry.
Okay, so adding her to the moment, you're adding Sydney Sweeney, particular. The jeans controversy.
The Jean controversy. And to wrap it up, only days ago, she said that she stayed silent and she has now acknowledged that the silence may have widened the divide, expressing that she's against hate and that she did the ad because she likes the brand and disagreed with the interpretations that attach controversial motives to her.
Yeah.
So she even agrees, staying silent may have, divided people even more. But like I said, they would have been pissed off if she didn't stay silent as well. So everyone's just pissed off in 2025.
Everyone's so angry. It's just they're getting more and more angry. And let's be honest, Sydney Sweeney, you don't need to be angry about her. I get it.
No.
I look at her too and I think, God, I hate you a little bit because you just seemingly are a little bit
like that.
Yeah. You just and all of that's just given to you from whatever deity you believe in, that has been given to you. And we can all be just a little bit mad about it, but just be silently mad. Just shush, shush, shush.
Yeah.
Just shush, shush, shush. Okay, that is, what's 3 down? We've got 1 more to go.
3 down.
We've got 1 more to go. And what can I say about mine? Mine is a thing from 2025 that didn't begin in 2025, but it really had entered the conversation in 2025, and it's something I still don't understand. It's in fact something that Courts and I both don't understand, but we've both been to the shop where they exist. I'll tell you what it is in the next episode.
I know.
Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe.
I know exactly what it is.
And we'll do the final moment for 2025 in the next episode.